The Rebbe says like this. However, so now we know you have to learn Teira Shabal Peh. And that's the Alter Rebbe celebrating the Siyam and Chalukas HaShas, which strengthens Emunah. But Miyu Anes and Kerech V'Eiz, who gives the power and might? Notice the word Oiz again. The B'chinas Mesnaim, to the thighs, which is the Emunah which comes from Teira Shabal Peh. Lahamid, no, he's explaining. I'm getting ahead of myself. How do you strengthen the Emunah? Lahamid Ulakayim Arosh V'Azreis, to stand up and to give power to the head and to the arms. How is this accomplished? Who Eisik V'limud Halacha is B'Teira Shabal Peh. It's the learning specifically of Halacha Psuk in Teira Shabal Peh. Why? Because in Halacha, Teira Shabal Peh, you have the will of Hashem revealed. Say the will of the Eibishter. It may be true that Teira comes from Chachma. Avol Makeda V'shash, the root and the source, or the source and the root of Teira. Who L'mayla B'chinas Chachma is higher than Chachma. And halachas come from the part of Teira which is higher than Chachma. The Seichel HaTeira comes from Chachma D'Atzilas. And the mitzvah HaTeira come from Keser. V'hu Nikra B'Shem Ratzon the will of Hashem Baruch Hu. It says in Pasuk, it's mentioned in Tanya earlier, Katzina Ratzon Ta'atena, the will of the Eibishter. The mitzvah surround us like a shield. Ka'atara, like a crown, Jehi Allah HaReichem Eichem Shabash, which is higher than the head. K'neidim and Mashakasa, it's known what's written, Al Pasuk Eishes Chayla Teira's Baila, a woman of valor is the crown of her husband. This goes on halachas, like Al Rebbe is going to say later when he gets to Kiddush Chavtes.
Wait, so halachas from Ratzon and Torah is from Chachma?
The Seichel HaTeira is from Chachma, the halacha Psuk is from Ratzon.
And Ratzon is higher than Chachma.
Right. If you learn halachas every day, you have a chelik in Elam Haba because of the emphasis on halachas. That's what Al Rebbe is saying, that this idea of learning the Shas, which strengthens Emunah, means halachas of Teira Shabal Peh, specifically halachas. There's no strength except for Teira. It is learning Teira Shabal Peh, and specifically the halachas of Teira Shabal Peh, which gives the power and the intensity. The B'chinas Masnaim to the level of the thighs, which is the Emunah. Hachagurim, that are girdled, that are bound up, Umulubashim are revealed in it, Lachazik ul Amitz, to give power and extra intensity and strength. First of all, the arms of a Yid's constitution, which are the Yiras Hashem and Avos Hashem, which is either natural or created within the person. According to his measure. To strengthen the Emunah. Strengthen the Emunah through learning halachas. And when you learn halachas, and you therefore strengthen the Emunah, which is called the Masnayim, it helps to strengthen the Zrayas and the Reish. And he continues and he says, and to lift up the head of the Nefesh, who has Seichel, it's the intelligence of the person, which thinks about the Eibishter, learns about the Eibishter. This is what Shlomo HaMelech says, the next pasuk, that this Eishes Chal tastes her schayde, her wares that she has, and it tastes good. So Chag Rabbeis Masnayim means when you learn Allah, you're strengthening the Masnayim. Moreover, you're also strengthening the Zrayas, the arms, which is the Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem. Through the strengthening of Emunah, to strengthen the Reish Me'ach, this is a very different thing. This is the Avodah of Talmud Kedifsach. Continues the Alter Rebbe, which we'll see in a second. So it continues the Alter Rebbe. So we're saying that you strengthen Emunah through Halakha Teira Shabal Peh, and you also strengthen the Midas, and then you have to strengthen also the Reish Me'ach, which is Talmud Kedifsach. Says the Alter Rebbe, Eis Uzman, the specific time of Hachizuk, of the strengthening, the imuts, and the empowering of Azrayas V'Arosh, of the Midas of the person. And the head of the person, Yisha'as HaTfilas HaShachar, time of davening in the morning. Shisha'as Rachem Beis Ratzon Elyon Lamal, it's a very auspicious time above. And when a person davens in the right time, in the morning, it's a time of tremendous Rachmanis, and it reveals a koyach to empower and to strengthen the Zrayas and the Reish. Teira Shabal Peh strengthens the Emunah, and he mentions before that when you do the mitzvahs, you do them also with the chayis, which strengthens also the zrayas. Now he's saying that when a person davens, he strengthens the zrayas and the moyach. And therefore, this is my request. For those who seek God, Yavinu, they should understand, Yaskilu, and they should be creative. Yachtav together. And their name is remember all the time. Everything I wrote to them last year. About learning and about davening, and especially when it comes to the kavanah of davening. To live in the depth of one's heart. Yiddish and Hashem. Every day you have to look for God. It's not once in a lifetime, but every day. With your whole heart, and your whole soul, and all your might. They should spill out their hearts before God. Before the face of the Eibishter. As the Chazal say in the Sifri, Admita and every chul to the very, very essence of the neshama. So it's the Alter Rebbe saying that the kli for Chag Rabbi is Masneh is davening, because davening is done at an Eis Ratzon, and the Eis Ratzon of davening strengthens the Zreis and the Reish, and it helps strengthen our Amunah. So what the Alter Rebbe added in this shtickle? He added in this shtickle, first of all, that halachas, which come from Ratzon, the Keser, are what strengthens the Masnayim. And second of all, you have to have the Avas Hashem and Yirus Hashem and the Seichel, and this is strengthens through davening. So the way you would read this Igeres HaKedesh is explaining Chag Rabbi Oiz Masneh. The Yid has to girdle his loins with Oiz, and Oiz is the Amunah, which is strength of Teresh Baal Peh. But then there has to be Tom Okitei Sachla, to fill your brain and your heart with the Eibush. Also, this is the Yid from davening.